There we go, map 2 in this best of 5 series. You've got the grand finals right here. We've got Elfi spawning as the blue Protoss in the top right. Meanwhile, bottom left, Nerchio once again as a red Zerg. Nerchio versus Elfi. Honestly, we see all kinds of craziness about both these players. We saw an 8 pool come out by Nerchio this first game. I actually asked whether it was 8 or 9, and it was indeed an 8 pool. Meanwhile, Elfi tried to apply a bit of cannon pressure, but nope, that got spotted very quickly. And somehow all that still ended up in a macro game. And it's hard to even phantom a scenario in which that occurs like that. Regardless, we're not going to see any crazy early crazy early pool. 10 pool is still an option. I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to rule anything out with Nerchio. The map, of course, crevice here. And once again, Elfi is going to scout his opponent very quickly. Up to 14 food. This is when the minerals really start stacking, and where you kind of start being able to see what kind of action we're going to see here. We are going to see a pool first. Yep, the pool first on 14. I'm sure there's going to be either a 12 gate or a 13 gate. Knowing Elfi is likely was a 12 gate, and looking at the timing as well. You see a lot of players actually favor the more economic 13 gate, but not Elfi. Elfi loves his aggression, as we've definitely seen. Surprisingly, Elfi actually keeping his probe on patrol here, so he's more concerned about his opponent taking this expansion than this. He's like, well, if you want to take that backdoor expansion, want to take that expansion with only a few mineral patches and gas first, by all means, be my guest. That is the message he is sending his opponent. Meanwhile, the 7 score is going down. His opponent is going to scout him late. Nerchio assumed from the timing of the probe that his opponent was here. Not the case. Yeah, see Elfi now also checking this backdoor expansion, just making sure it's not up. First few Zerglings already out, and this is a long time to be on one base. Nerchio's gonna be looking for that expansion. Has to be looking for that expansion. There we go, puts the hatch down. This can just barely be blocked by one zealot. Is this scouting probe gonna make it alive? Run, little probe, run! And there we go. Thank you, mineral. Well, I don't want to call it glitch. Oh, but oh my God, getting the drone in as well. Go for the gas steal here even, but we gotta keep in mind that Elfi already with the expansion here. I wonder if Nerchio is even aware of that. Yep, he has scouted this. So he knows exactly what is up, what kind of situation he's dealing with. Elfi can't be happy against a gas steal. As Protoss, you really want to get your gas up. 3 gate now. So Zerglings are already starting to maul on these rocks. These rocks actually only have 1,000 health, so they do go down very quickly. And the 4th gate now coming up. Roach Warren, the tech of choice for Nerchio here. This is actually not got him speed yet. This is interesting to note. No speed. Percentage actually can't reach, so yeah, he does need to go the long way around just to deny the Zerglings. These rocks don't matter that much right now, but imagine when the roaches come in. Suddenly you're going to need a lot more force fields to block this. Now he's finally trying to clear out this gas steal. Another gateway going down. So we're going to be up to 5 gate here. 6 gate. I feel like Count Chocula here. Spawn crawler coming up in the front to make sure that he's good on the defensive side. And Nerchio is still just happily, merrily droning away. He's finally starting speed. He's getting his lair as well. So he's quite content in, you know, in just playing passive for a bit. Both of them are, of course, on 2 base, but, you know, important to note that this base only has 6 patches and 1 gas. I feel like a broken record saying that by now. So it's more like 1.5 base versus 2 base. Which arguably, when you're playing against the Zerg, is pretty even. Zerg wants to be 1 base ahead. Zergling's trying to make their way in. Actually, one is going to get in. Of course, won't do that much damage, but at least he can scout what is up. That is likely going to trigger just Nerchio to make a lot of units, a lot of army. He's getting roach speed now as well. Nibbling on a pylon. Honestly, would probably be happy if that just forces Elfi to warp in anything defensively. This attack in the front is becoming very, very frightening. Oh, he actually gets an angle onto the pylon there. Actually gets some free shots. Oh man, oh man. Again, just taking a shot at the pylon. He wants that pylon down, but can he get it done is the question. Oh, Medusa is up there, taking some pokes from the spine crawlers. A lot of static defense up here for Nerchio. Oh, look at that! Wow, actually, Elfi falling back here. Considering he feels, you know, he's falling back in this position, it's probably not the situation he wants to be in. Twilight Council is going down here. If we look at the work account, Elfi is actually a little bit ahead. There we go. Elfi now establishing his 3rd, as well as Nerchio taking this half base. Finally going to go down and food capping Elfi right now. Elfi should have been prepared for that. The Overseer is going down. His disciplined play by Nerchio does not want to lose to any kind of crazy DTs. And oh, speaking of those, getting the Overseer before the Dark Shrine, just the instant before the Dark Shrine goes down, that is clutch. That is knowing the game. That is knowing those timings. Overlord speed, Overseer speed as well as it's going to go down as well. Actually queued up. Oh, queued up as Ventral Sacs. So going to go for drop here. Baneling Nest now coming up as well. So we could see some Baneling Carpet Bombing. There's a particularly a hobby I'm particularly fond of. You're just leveling a pack of sentries or stalkers with Banelings. Thing of beauty. The rocks are now getting taken down just for Nerchio to have a direct avenue to his opponent. Direct passage. And more gateways being added on as well as cannons. Elfi now recognizes the threat. Takes a few shots off on the Zerglings. Zerglings are going to clean those up. And there's the DTs now out. The DTs now swiftly just rushing across the map, but they're going to run into the Overseer there. That is going to be lights out for them. Oh, this is almost painful to watch. Running right into it. Poke, 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 poke. Oh! And that was that. The amount of gas just lost was abysmal. Yeah, Nerchio with the LOL. He thought it was hilarious. I'm sure if we ask Elfi, he thought it was less than hilarious. Look at that. Just a ton of Banelings moving in. I need to Skype Tasters or something and be like this. Hey, how many Banelings is that? He'll be like, so many Banelings! Dude, Roach now moving on out, as well as the Overlords. Just, well, I'm not even going to call them Overlords. They're bombers right now. Just making their way forward. Honestly, should lift off these 2 Banelings as well, just to keep them hidden for a little while longer. It's pretty clear what the Overlords are doing, regardless. And there we go! The Overlords moving forward. The Banelings unloading, but nice army split by Elfi. Very good army split. Doesn't take all that much damage. Tunneling Claws now comes into play as he Roaches to move their way forward. I gotta say, beautiful split by Elfi, but this is gonna be enough. No, it's not. No, it's not. Too many Roaches out. The Stalkers get murdered pretty much. A good game is called by Elfi. Nerchio up 2-0 after 2 maps, and a triple match point situation for him. Very well played once again by Nerchio, and you know, one more win, and he'll earn himself $100 in this Zotac Cup number 54. That said, you're watching Kaos TV. I hope you guys are having a good time back home. As you guys can see, the game is already loading up, so we'll be right back with more action. Don't go anywhere.